The final pursuit of Kristofer Laboy. On the afternoon of June 17, 2025, at approximately 5:15 p.m., the sweltering heat of Miami-Dade did little to slow the rhythm of a typical day. But for deputies with the robbery intervention detail of the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, things were about to take a sharp and dangerous turn. All starting from what seemed like a minor infraction: overly tinted windows. A bright yellow Corvette, its engine roaring, was spotted traveling near the intersection of NW 62nd Street and NW 22nd Avenue. Deputies initiated a traffic stop, but instead of pulling over, the driver, 24-year-old Kristofer Laboy, hit the gas and fled. The Corvette shot through city streets like a missile, weaving through heavy traffic. At times, Laboy drove against oncoming lanes, ran red lights, and posed serious risk to innocent bystanders. Ground units, assessing the growing danger, pulled back but maintained distance. Aided by the aerial support unit overhead, from above, helicopter cameras tracked every move. Laboy, aware of the eye in the sky, continued his attempt to escape. At NW and 85th Street and NW 5th Avenue, he momentarily stopped and threw an unknown object out of the vehicle. No one knew what it was. Then he sped off again.
All right, still northbound coming up to 79. Northbound coming up to 79. Looks like he's going to probably go east on 79. Eastbound 79 from 7. Eastbound 79.
Moments later, he turned into an apartment complex where other more high-end vehicles were already parked. It was here that the story shifted from a pursuit to a fatal confrontation. Laboy stopped the vehicle, but he had no intention of surrendering. He exited the Corvette holding a handgun, later confirmed to be a Sig Sauer P320 9mm loaded with 20 rounds and one in the chamber. One of the deputies, referred to as Deputy Number 1, immediately positioned his vehicle behind the Corvette to block any escape in reverse. He opened his door, drew his weapon and shouted, "Put the gun down!" Laboy didn't listen. He ran directly toward Deputy Number 1, gun still in hand. Deputy Number 1 fired. The sound of gunfire echoed through the courtyard against fences and apartment walls. The chaos lasted only seconds. Laboy collapsed near the side of the apartment building, his weapon still in hand. Deputy Number 1 kept a tactical distance, continuing to issue commands. "Drop it!" He then approached and kicked the gun away to ensure there was no remaining threat. At the same moment, Deputy Number 3, who had been running in from another direction, arrived and helped restrain Laboy. Alongside Deputy Number 2, who had been driving an unmarked red sheriff's vehicle, they called for emergency medical services and began administering first aid. Body-worn camera footage showed Laboy lying motionless in the grass, a gold bracelet on his wrist next to the open door of the Corvette. One officer checked for a pulse, while another secured the suspect's hands with restraints. Near his body was a black handgun, now silent. Inside the vehicle, deputies recovered a bag of marijuana, numerous small plastic baggies of unknown substances, and multiple bottles of promethazine, a prescription drug often misused in the illegal manufacture of street narcotics. Laboy was pronounced dead at the scene. No deputies were injured. No civilians were harmed. A potentially devastating situation for the community had been contained. The case was immediately turned over to independent investigators. But one fact stood clear. It was the rapid, coordinated action of deputies, both in the air and on the ground, that neutralized an armed threat before more damage could be done. What began as a minor traffic stop revealed far more beneath the surface: drugs, a loaded firearm, and a young man's reckless decision to fight rather than surrender. In the final moments between life and death, every action carried irreversible weight. This incident is not just a reflection of law enforcement's need for precision, judgment, and control. It is a stark reminder. That one bad decision, just one, can bring an entire life to a sudden end.